Okay. Hey, Chris, I got a message for you. I sealed your powers. You want to know why your membership is going down? Why the people who view your channel are going down? Way down? I sealed your powers, Chris. You pissed me off, Chris. You had your chance at true stardom, but you pissed off the source of your power. And I took it away from you. So, if you ever want your members back, there's only one way to get it back, and that is through me. I am the Son. I am the way. I am the life. I am Christ. I am the genuine Christ. And if you want to be the Antichrist, go ahead and see how far that gets you. I've taken everything from you. It's all gone, Chris. You're never going to have anything. You can't have anything without me. We are bound at the hip. Yeah, I'd get up and show you, but I can't do that right now. I just can't. So you're gonna have to figure this. I guess you're gonna figure out the hard way, Chris Chan. You are nothing without me. I am the power. I am the life. I am the light. I am the way. I am all of those things. And until you figure that out, I guess you'll never figure it out on your own. But you figure it out by watching my video that there is no other path to finding the path to life, to love, to God, to the Lord Jesus that you are not. Because I know one thing, the real Jesus Christ would forgive Trump if Trump asked for forgiveness. You won't even allow that much, Christian. You won't even allow Putin, who is a hardcore Christian who believes in the salvation that the Lord Jesus brings. You're not a Christian, Christian. You're the Antichrist. I guess it's going to take a lot for you to figure that out, Chris. You're the Antichrist. Oh. Somebody's going to hell. Somebody's going to be saved. Yeah, somebody is going to be saved. Yeah. It happens. I know people are doomed. Hello, Yessie. You're speaking to the real life Jesus Christ. Actually, no, you're not. I'm just someone who believes in that Lord. Only obeys the one. I'm not a very good Christian, but at least I try. I only damn those who deserve to burn in fire to the fires of hell, but otherwise, no. Not a good Christian. Because only the Lord, our God, the Father, is supposed to judge, but I tend to enjoy doing the judgments myself. It's fun. It burns. I get to fry the bacon on the flames of the burning souls. Well, it's kind of weird what the shit I gotta deal with. I guess I will go look through some stuff and see what I can come up with. I guess I'll go read some spells. Maybe even teach some of the Urish. Actually, I think we'll look at Urish. Learn a few things about it. Language that is primordial to the entire universe. So we will look at tonight, we will look at manifestations of the evil God. It actually won't let me do that, but I will force it. It doesn't have a choice. I will force it. I'll force my will as I always do. Okay, I got somebody at least. Okay, let's see what this thing says. Oh. Kiss! Oh, you can have that. That's a hint to somebody. I heard the voice of the evil god calling out to me across. To cross. Oh. I heard the voice of the evil god calling me out to cross him over. I know that should never cross. I know I should never cross over the evil god, but his voice was such that I had to obey him. He gave me the chant, Mohem sul ish lesho ole, Shema ashme uweho em ilne. Am I supposed to say that? Well, I don't give a shit. I'm thinking about Chris Chan, who is the Antichrist, while I say these words. The darkness consumed me. My soul was torn asunder and wasted by the visions of the terror I had wrought upon the world. My damnation was that of my everlasting life. I shall be the last being in creation. I shall drift between the icy shells of long dead worlds, long after all life has moved on. Well, I'm speaking about actually one of my friends. His name is Yevon Kelta Os. This is his story. This chant is forbidden, but I shall leave it for the stupid to attempt to call the power. I am immortal through this chant alone. Oops, I already said it, so I guess I'm immortal too. Thank you, Yevon. I guess I'm immortal with you. It says, when they start to listen and realize that this is true power, I have taught them the glory and the power of the Urash. This language is the bond between the living and the unliving gods. Realize the true power of the darkness, that it is immortal and cannot be destroyed. Darkness is eternal. Creation is destined for destruction and rebirth. The stars shall shine for 322 ages of the firebacks. These ages shall each be marked by great events in their history. That is a reference to the Rokat Empire, which does actually exist. I've already proven it many, many times. And I'll upload the video here later on, I guess. I will upload. Yeah, I think I'll upload to YouTube. I can upload disclosures now to YouTube so you guys can see the planet. I'll do it sometime tomorrow or the day after. The spirals deep in the sky are ruled by the firebacks, and they shall know the evil god. That is Chris Chan. His ultimate power is darkness. He is absolute and is my creator. I will have long since passed into memory and been lost to time, if not for all pure evil, that is the evil god, Ashume Uweo. O Shale M Uejer Ashume Shio Unone. Translation: Hell, I invoke the evil god, destroy heaven. I have besieged heaven above and forced down a third of the angels into damnation. Over time, the evil god took my soul and mutilated it with every instrument of pain that hell can forge in the flames. When one willfully calls the evil god, they are asking a price. Lesho nemshe ashla urnu ij esono sul ashume ingu jue le ingu unone urum. Translation: Dimension gate open. Summon the temple of evil. In world as in heaven cursed. That is the dimensional merge in a nutshell. The barrier shattered and I saw them. All of them spilled forth into my castle, and the house of Kelta Os was forever immortal and cursed. We saw the path ahead of us. I was commanded to take on the evil god and assume his form whenever great danger came to Vorgen. It's an island on Kitasuna where evil dwells. So, the Firebacks are stronger than I am. That's a reference to the Rokot. But I can destroy many before they destroy me. I am the only immortal to threaten Irakatna, Kitasuna's elven name, and keep it from the Firebacks. The Black King, who we know as Jacoba Hidakara, is wise to my power, and as I think back to how I became so powerful, I have thought I would make a Black King as powerful. At one point, he has given the evil god at least a fragment of him called Superoth. That tiny shard was too much for him. I live every day and every dream with the evil god. He shreds my soul with the terror of his being. So few, if any, can handle his true power. These are the chance to awaken him if you dare face what I have faced. Remember, you're awakening Chris Chan's original power. Chris Chan is the evil god, the Antichrist. He is all that is evil in this universe. You will learn this if you try to manifest the dimensional merge and have your apartment reach 167 degrees Fahrenheit. Hot enough to be painful, but not hot enough to set a fire. The evil god will not use anyone as a tool. He will choose worthy and corrupted souls to serve him. Those that wield the power of the evil god are doomed to eternal destruction. So few have survived what was given unto me. I must obey the darkness and all within. Visions of the Shadow 1. I see the goddess. These are visions about Christine Weston Chandler, but one of the darkest entities in the entire universe. This is what this entity sees in Chris Chan. I see the goddess and who was punished for her crimes. She meets a young god who is me, Jacob Sockness, barely yet named to his title, and his title yet decided. The young god and the young goddess will one day unite and be disjoined forever. Vision of the Shadows number 2. The Black King travels to another world that is dead and emotionally destroyed. Reference to Jacoba arriving on Earth. He restores prosperity through force of will. Many will be slain, and many children refuse the right of birth. Not sure what that means, but it's got to be bad. Visions of the Shadows number 3. The goddess of earth takes in the god of holy, as in Christian, allows me to stay with him to do the rituals. This partnership relies the power of love. The nurturing nature of the goddess of the human sets into motion the god of holy's true powers of manifestation and portals. Let's take a look at the internet. Nope, there's nobody here. Let me just keep reading. Okay, we're on Visions of the Shadow number 4. A punished goddess redeems herself and joins up with the god of holy, as in Christine redeems herself and begs for my mercy and is saved. But this path is likely dead. Well, yeah, it is dead. I'm not going to forgive the bitch. She had her chance. Over the course of years of disease destroys all hope, and nothing comes of their plans. They give up all hope, and the God of holy becomes the God of wickedness. Yeah, I'm already fucked up, so whatever. Visions of the Shadow, number 5. The more I see into the future, the more I see damnation overtake the punished goddess. There is no hope, there is no way, and all is lost to her. The God of Holy fails to save and protect the punished goddess. That took place. That actually took place. That is the future we live in right now. It's all failed. Visions of the Shadow, number 6. It gets worse. The Black King, aka Jacoba, travels to the cursed world, aka Earth, and delivers the final blow. Nuclear war with Russia and America, China, and India. Even the deities are wiped out for their crimes. Yeah, because they did not save humanity. I can see no hope in what will come of the punished goddess or the God of Holy. Our souls are basically erased. So much destruction that nothing is left alive. It is because of failed plans. Yeah, thank you, freaking trolls. You failed everything. Me and Chris had to meet, or these wars did not have to happen. You should not have interrupted the train trip. These wars did not have to happen. None of it had to happen. Now we face World War III on Christian's birthday of all things. And now we face the end of all days because of this. Okay, let me read Visions of the Shadow, number 7. The Black King, aka Jacoba, makes it to the world where damnation is mortal. Yeah, because we're all dead. He awakens the people of damnation and shows them the correct path. Yeah, second coming of Christ. He unites God of Holy and the punished goddess with this word, and they are restored. As if somehow me and Christine somehow become friends. I highly doubt it. At this point, let the world burn. Christian won't even say my name, even though it will save everybody and make the merge happen. But nope, it's damned. Reward for the darkest callings. The greatest power has lain with the evil God. He made me immortal, and with it I shall assume absolute power. Those that seek my path often seek it with purpose. One must seek without purpose and be given the madness of power. Allow the darkness to consume you and let it drive you mad, as it did Christine Weston Chandler. The darkness has destroyed her. Madness is what you should seek out, because madness can be found. I gave you the one-way path to madness. If that is what you seek, here I am in madness and darkness. I am called Yevon Keltaos. I am chaos. I am the one with primordial chaos. You should know me by now, but I shall be more evil than Janu Hitakara, father of Jacob Sockness and Christine Weston Chandler, of the Firebacks, aka the Rokot. Judge him and damn him. You know what he has done. I'm going to call it a night, actually. I think I've had enough fun here. There's nobody watching, nobody commenting. Let me see how long this... Okay, I'm going to read the next chapter. I don't care. I'll read the next chapter and then I'll call it a night. God of the Dark Star Awakens. Yevon Keltaos is the author. For thousands of years, I have studied the Urash and learned of many realms. It is the realm called the Dark Star that I fear most. I have been there and met with its king. They call him Eo Oja Oeo. and he rules over all evil except that of Ashume Ueo, who none can rule over. I had journeyed deep this time after my release from the elder Valos. He taught me and released me to my wisdom to explore the abyss. I saw deep within darkness so deep it was second only to the evil god. During the heat of the wars the Firebacks fought, I was allowed glimpses into dark places. I was invited into the Aoja itself. I was allowed witness to the dark star. I guess Aoja means dark star. At the center of the spiral was the dark star, and within is a sphere of darkness. They're talking about the black hole at the center of the Andromeda Galaxy. That's gotta be what they're talking about. They're talking about deep darkness. I spoke with its king, Aoja Ueo, and he gave me the Uresh that I have. Aoja gave me the words that I use beyond those of my teacher Valos. His power is a mere spark to what I command in evil. The Firebacks fought Yahweh, and they have won a war. The planet was being restored, and I returned home and traveled to Shikadu. I gave unto those worthy of the wisdom of Aoja, and they learned it well. The Firebacks beat back the evil and thus were holy in the name of the White Lord. That is God. God is white. No way around it. I can't deny it. He is white. He's a white light. Nothing white. No way around that part. The fighting was old by this time, and Aoja was breaking free of his binding spell. Nothing can keep evil trapped forever. The abyss was breaking loose, and nothing can stop it. The Firebacks will have battled for ages to never seal evil and cannot put back again. Aoja is an immortal force of evil that directly serves the evil god. I dare not speak the true name here after my tribulation. I know I can never speak such an unholy name. I shall fade with time, having lost my immortal soul. Well, he spoke that name, and that name is the evil god Ueo, Ashume Ueo. That is the evil god's name. His name is Ashume Ueo. That is the literal name of the evil god. Yahweh, opposite half is called Ashume Ueo or Ashume Oawe. Yahweh. It could be Yahweh Ueo. Yahweh Ueo. They're very similar words, actually. I think they're very similar. Those are actually very similar words. They actually are. They're actually very similar words. They must be very correct. So I think that's what it is. I think it's actually what it is. I think it's what God is actually called. I think he is Ueo. That is his actual name. Ueo. But the evil god, he is called Ashume Ueo. So I shouldn't be teaching anyone this because there's a lot of really stupid people who watch this. And I shouldn't be reading these chapters because, they're black magic. Probably the worst kind ever created. Probably the worst kind ever created by the hand of man or the hand of anything that ever held a hand. No, I thought I would read. I thought I would read it out. Let you guys see what the language is all about. Let's see if I can view it. No, I got one watching. No comments. View it. No, I got one. Okay, let me send that down. There's actually no point. There's actually no point me looking at my own live stream. It's actually pointless to look at it. So I was like, why not just have some fun with it? It's like, let's go look at some more Urash stuff then. Let's go look at some more Urash. What else we got about this language? Most evil language ever created by ever crafted by any hands. Like all the universes. It's pure black magic. So we read about it. I'm in the wrong book. Let me go. Hey, well, it kind of sucks nobody's on there to ask anything about this. I'm going to answer questions right now while I'm still around, but I guess that's not going to happen. So we'll look at some other stuff. We'll look at. I think I got some look. Okay. Looks like some more stuff from Yevon. Got a couple chapters from Yevon here. It says, I arrived in chaos today. The village is a port in the frozen wastes. These Shenva had no knowledge of my power. They worshipped the Shaluk and had temples to many evil factions. But the people were not evil themselves. The Shaluk are a group of demons, like the most primordial demons. They don't exist on Earth because we're only dealing with earthly. These are cosmic demons, like cosmic levels of evil. The ship made port. This is a sailing ship, by the way, not a spaceship. It's a sailing ship. The ship made port, and I went into the village and met the elder to discuss some visions I had over the previous season. The Shenva knew dark visions and could decode their meaning. When in doubt, the dark visions seek the Shenva for answers. They are wise to such workings. The things I was shown were of the ritual so dark and vile, I had to have answers to the visions. The blackness of my soul was laid raw before 7 mages. The firebacks, aka the Rokot, had already begun to stir in their motions to resist someone yet seen by their prophets. The vision was countless years of battles and destruction on a scale I cannot comprehend. Yeah, Yevon was still pretty young at this point. The whole of creation will quake in warfare with this force I simply called the evil god. The elder must know, for he is of darkness, a creature of darkness himself. The Shenva are darkness and must know the meanings of the visions. I entered the meeting hall and was immediately greeted by, "You have seen it too, have you not? Only the darkness knows." I was astounded by the words from this nearly immortal mouth. My response, if the Shenva know, then who else? The Firebacks? The Summer Elves? Who? He explained his vision, and it was the same as mine, even down to the details of the monsters. Those black shapes like crescent moons and the ribbons of burning light that writhe like tentacles of an octopus. It is known then that we saw the same visions, me and Elder Valos. saw the exact same thing. We walked into the woods north of the village. There was a temple inside a natural cave. The cave appeared as if it was melted and scorched from the mountain. Kind of like a lava tube, if you really want to know. We went deep into the cave to the altar in a temple. On the altar was a book of black magic, not like any I have ever seen before. It was written in the Shenva old tongue. He said the language is called Uresh. It is a language that connects the soul to the gods. The language considered of a couple hundred words. Everything the grimoire has was the magic connect to the other side. He meant to the other world, the other planes of reality. I would have my ship beached, and I would stay for a year in chaos. I could not foresee what I would see on my journey into the Uresh, the language that I have read on a certain dude's channel. I'm not gonna say. It was a language of absolute evil. Having seen the visions meant I was ready to learn from Elder Valos. Witness to the evil god. Yevon Kaltaos is the author. Well, I do gotta say, this is a pretty powerful story, dude. Some secret truths. I have read this language on a channel already. It was Vampire Lord Chuck. I was on his channel and I read the language on it. So somebody has heard the language. And I'm pretty sure a lot of trolls heard the curses that were sent against them. And I'm not going to take these curses back. They can pay me. I will refuse the money and not take the curses back. Or I will accept the money and lie to them and not take the curses back. But either way, I would never take a curse back. I do this stuff well knowing it has to be done. Okay, witness to the evil god, Yevon Kaltaos. I'm going to read this chapter. Actually, I may read a bit more after this. I don't know. I may just read this and call it quits. We'll see how I feel. The visions are of an age of unrest, followed by 2 ages of chaos like I have never seen before. Well, Yevon is reading. This is Yevon's story, not mine. None of this is mine. I'm not on any of these stories. I'm not even trained in the language in a way I should be even allowed to write a story. Let me continue. There were monsters I never thought could exist, worlds beyond the skies of Irakatna, aka Kitasuna. Our world would be destroyed many times over, and my being immortal meant I could not die. Yeah, I wish I couldn't die. Be immortal. The survivor thing was thrown at me. I could literally beat Jesus in that way. I was forced to bear witness to the end of days many times and see the firebacks become so powerful the stars would tremble before their god strength and weapons of fantastic power I had no words for. Nor could the Uresh describe the enchantments needed to combat the gods that attack and destroy this world so many times. We would be forced to live through it. At the time of my initiation to Osvakalar was the greatest honor. That is the Venori hell, I believe. I was given the visions because I had the power to summon the evil god and we were to destroy it. Elder Valos said the evil god has only stirred in his motions against the waking reality, but has yet not crossed over. We were to cross him over and destroy him. We would call his name in Uresh. His name had never been put to print before that, only spoken. One night we went to the temple to call the name. Moham Sul Ij, Lesho Ale, Sheema Ashime Ueo, Em Ilne, Oshel M Uejer, Ashime Ueo, Shiu Unone, Lesho Nemshe Ashla Urnu Ij Usuno, Esuno, Sul Ashime, Inga Jue Le, Ingu Unone Urum. Translation: barriers of the dimension veil, great and powerful evil. God, I invoke. Hell, I invoke thee. Evil God, destroy heaven. Dimension gate open. Summon the temple of evil. In world as in heaven cursed. Okay, let me get back to the other part. One elder I spoke out the words, Ashme Ueo. That was the moment the demon burst forth into this creation. Oops, I think it's dead on earth. His name is Klaus Schwab. Many demonic gods were summoned on other nights, but Ashme was by far the worst of the nightmares released. The evil god had silenced our tongues. We could do nothing but give with awe at the power of the evil as he took flight. He was of a dark shadow made of curses upon any who saw it. I wrote this 30,000 years later. I found out what my curse is in life and accidents. I shall witness all times. I could not die. The Shenvar forced to worship the evil god and sacrifice flesh that cannot die, so it is restored to die again and again until the curse is lifted. Elder Valos lives 30,000 years in his old age. Yeah, he never died. This testimony is the absolute truth. We have all sought it and found that we did not want in it. Never seek the truth because it will destroy you to know it in full. No single sphere shall have the absolute truth in full. As in, no world will have the truth in full. No earth will have the truth in full. Just be warned that if you are wise enough to find my knowledge, that you are smart enough to heed my warning and not seek the evil god. That's the end of the chapter. Okay, that's what the Uresh is about. This is the language. I have spoken Uresh in these conversations. I've committed every sin in these conversations. I don't think there's any more lines of Uresh after this ones that I've spoken, because after the next few chapters, you get to the spell book itself, and then you begin to declare yourself an immortal god. I've already done that. When I die, my fate is already sealed. Do you know where you're going when you die? How sure are you that heaven's going to accept you? Because the fact is, if you want to go to heaven, you have to forgive me of all my sins. And for you trolls to do that, I know it'll never happen. And you have to make it publicly known too, or I'm not going to believe it. And I'm not going to forgive your sins. You have to make it publicly known that you forgive my sins. And you have to beg for my forgiveness, which is not going to come. So why even bother? I'm not going to forgive you. I want you to go to hell because you fucked up. You fucked up in a mortal way. You trolls fucked up. You are going to hell, and I'm going to laugh. I don't care. You fucked up, and I don't care. So, okay. Cursed in darkness, the torture within. Yevon Kel'Thas. He is a Zare, which is a vampire elf on Kitasuna. And his teacher happens to be a living demon, basically, of probably one of the highest calibers that exists in the universe. So, a vampire gets educated by a demon in the Urash. Oh, yeah. I also get to speak to this demon at some point. But that's a channeling log, which will probably be a year, 2 years, maybe 3 years away. Who knows? Only 170, 180 pages in out of about 3,700. So, we're not going to see anything recent for a long time. So, we'll go back into the logs. We'll go back into the channeling books and read about the Urash as one of my past students, actually my past teacher, now slave, has to do whatever I say. Yevon Kel'Thas has to say to the world. This is the prowess by which one becomes a disciple of Aberash, the Annihilator, the demon that was pictured in the hallway. Many have walked this dark and an evil path in chaos. The goal is simple. It is to become the ultimate power. Janu, the prophet of doom. Again, the queen of hell, the hell queen, as queen of hell, and myself, Yevon the corruption. Upon Kitasuna, a path was sought to bring about the greatest resurrection of evil. This is the power of the Urash. I have all the words to create evil. I have very few of the words to create good. So, this is what I am capable of right now, if I really set my mind to it. If you kill me, I can do this in spirit, and you'll have no power to stop me. That's the downside of killing me. I can do this in spirit, and there will literally be nothing you can do to stop me from casting these spells. But in life, you can stop me. You can bribe me. You can bribe me with money and stuff. You can make me happy. And I may do something else, like, I don't know, cast love spells, fertility, or just do nothing at all. But I have to be poor in this life. I have no reason not to cast spells like this. I have more reason to research stuff like this and cast it and keep working on it. This path began with the corrupted soul of Sarada Ha on the world before his world. The Bulgenra dragons were born from Sarada Ha. From his creation, the first shadow was cast. The path of his first evil is to sow corruption. It says, there is a line of kings and queens, all birthed in evil. Zamora, the god of malice, is the next king of evil. He is yet returned to the visions of his return are in glorious battle. Waging of wars and the sacrifices of the elder god Aberash he does make. There are visions and the nightmares to speak of, things I have borne witness to that make demons quake in fear. This man will arrive to rule Kitasuna is a dark vision that I shall try to describe. The prophets of the Firebacks refuse to see into this, the absolute truth. It might be true that only me and Janu Hidakara, Jacob Sog's father in a past life, prophet, doom, and all that, Keeler Kisuna, have dared to witness the absolute truth, and that is why we are born in evil. I was punished for bearing mute witness to the horror of Zamora's rise to the throne of the Rokat Empire. I should kind of forget who Zamora was. Maybe it's, I don't know. Once he is given that ultimate power prepared by him by the prophet of doom, all of us creatures of darkness are cursed to fear the light, but Zamora is the full restoration of our primal power as equal to the light. Yeah, we need Zamora to be equal to light. I don't know. I don't think so. Within the corruption, there was a language of light that bonds the soul of the living to the primordial chaos. This is called the Uresh. I shall tell of this language that no one can teach, but can be found within. Okay, this is what it says. This is called the Uresh. I shall teach of this language that no one can teach, but can be found within. If you can speak the Uresh, you can speak directly to the primordial chaos. Abarash is nearest to the first evil. The Uresh is spoken by Abarash, and it is he who brings the language to those born of evil. I have spoken the Uresh, and his power is absolute. Only speak the Uresh if you are absolutely convicted in your desire. The Uresh runs through me, for I was born in evil. I cannot return to the White Lord, for I am forsaken. I am cursed from birth and was born in evil. I cannot truly be saved, nor can anyone that can speak the Uresh. All are damned who can speak the most powerful language of evil magic. Well, we got some nightmares. I guess we can read some nightmares. Nightmare 1. I saw Zamora, the god of malice. His heart is black as the deepest cave. The blackest king, aka Jacoba, returns to Zamora, to Ericatna, aka Kisuna, after a triumphant war. The Firebacks celebrate the victory and eat the spoils of war and their conquest from a distant world. Zamora is among a group of Firebacks, and he is offered the prize of power, and he takes it. Zamora reconquers the stars in his name. Deaths greater than a number of sand on the beaches of this world. Holy shit! He conquers and his worship. Deaths greater than a number of sand on the beaches of the world. So he's killed more. Jacoba's killed more than there are grains of sand on Kitasuna. That's a lot of death. That's a lot of freaking death. Many worlds are turned to ashes. Those that speak against him are dust. Should we say are dust in the wind? As Zamora becomes a murderous beast, this vision only see an age past. I got 3 visions. I got 2 more. Nightmare 2. Zamora has returned to us by birthing in evil. The sky struck judgment upon the house the which he is born. His soul arrives as a bolt of Kalar strikes. The windows on the house shatter upon the sound. The house will be struck hard. A quick delivery, but he spoke him back. She is afflicted with the curse. His birth is a long known sign of the return of the great power to this world. The Firebacks know the sign. Their sky shall strike the house and wound the mother. He is taken away shortly after the birth and taken to the high priestess to be cared for and wet nursed. Zamora is a eunuch and is the custom of the Firebacks to train these children in the arcane and the profane. He will learn the darkest magic of them all. He will be teaching him this magic. I will have taught him before he returns home. I am the path to evil and the next to in the line to wield it. Zamora 3. Yes, apparently I hold my spoon down or something and it's caught in it. I don't know. Zamora 3. Oh my god, this is freaking hard, isn't it? I'm not reading any more P on this. I'm just gonna that can go away. Zamora has no more. Zamora has no morals. He is evil incarnate. Jane, Agian, and myself are amazed at the perfection that is before us now. He will take the throne of the Rokan Empire and rule absolute. He will conquer worlds that I will never learn of. He will spread the prophecy to all the worlds in creation. He will turn worlds to dust and force the fearful to obey him and worship him. There will be no other worlds than himself. Worship Zamora forever and eternally. I shall, all the words that know is absolute. Zari will know are not worshiping him. Well, I'm going to have to call it quits. I can't go any further. I think I'm done. I am done for the night, people. I'm definitely done. It's nobody's watching. Why am I going to continue further? It's I've read plenty of the books, dude. So I'm going to call it good night. Love you. Love you. I'm going to shake myself, I guess. Yeah. Good night. Good night, people. Yeah. Oh, I had some fun, so I got to read some crazy ass shit. You guys, I guess y'all enjoyed it. I guess there's nobody watching. As usual, nobody's watching. I don't care. You guys never gonna engage me no matter what I do. Nobody's ever gonna engage me no matter what I do. It's I'm not gonna announce my podcast anymore. There's no point. Nobody's ever gonna come on when I'm live. It's just not true. Nobody will ever come on when I'm live because you'll have to engage Sockness. You'll have to talk to Sockness and find out even when I'm drunk. I'm no longer in love with Christine. He stopped. Oh my God, let me stretch this out. Let me stretch my hiccup out. Well, Christine stopped casting love spells a few years ago. That stuff's done with. I'm not in love with Chris Chan anymore. Those days are done. I hate her. I fucking completely hate her now. He's a complete piece of shit as far as I'm concerned. And since I'm glad I'm free of the love spells, I never deal with that crap ever again. The moment I stepped into Jesus' arms and got my huggies, my warm huggies with Jesus, that the spell definitely can't happen anymore. Spell's blocked. Spells are blocked. I blocked all of Christian's magic. He can't make me in love with him anymore. He'll never say my name. So what? Fuck you. I don't care. Goodbye. Oh, yeah, for the rest of you really do need to come on when I'm live because it's not very often I do come on live. I'm not likely to be on live tomorrow. I'm not going to come on tomorrow. And if I do, CCDN's not going to be there. It's pretty obvious. He stopped being active because the Trolls won. He let the Trolls win. Do I ever let the Trolls win? No. I always tell them to go fuck off. I'm not going to let the Trolls win. Good night. To my fans, my real fans. Huggies! Giant huggies! Ooh, those are big huggies. Those are only for my fans. You trolls, this is what you get. That's for the trolls. Okay, I'm done. Good night.